I could have finished reading Wade this week, but I chose not to. Instead I read only 2 sections. I finished chapter 14 and read the first section in chapter 15, which is not that long, and so I'm planning to finish the book by next week. But instead of finishing the book, what I did was I kept on working on some problems in chapter 13. So yeah, I'm almost done with the book. I'm about 8 weeks ahead of where I plan to be, but that's because I gave myself a leisurely pace where I could go faster if I wanted to. I don't know how to define faster. I think it's all relative. But yeah, I did not give myself a plan. That was very difficult to accomplish. Then when it comes to problems, I did a few problems in chapter 13. I'm hoping to work on all of these, well, you know, the first 3 of each section roughly, maybe even just 2, just to get a feel. It's just vector calculus. I'm planning to come back to it at some point. So yeah, so in the case of the book, for the problems, it's all just good old vector calculus, and I find that it's a lot easier for me to just go back to a book like Marsden and Trumba, which is a great vector calculus book, and so I plan to do that. I plan to do a few examples from this book, maybe a few problems, as I do the simpler problems in Wade. That's Marsden and Trumba. And then for the reading, it's all differential geometry by now. So I've read the first section, which is on just setting up the basics of differential geometry, manifolds. Very interesting stuff. So n-forms, various types of differential forms, and their operations. Okay. And then when it comes to showing the work, not showing any of the reading because I'm going to add chapter 14 in here after I do chapter 13 problems. So this is going to be very short, a very short video. But yeah, some vector calculus problems. I've done some of them correctly. Some of them I'm kind of like, yeah, I kind of know what I need to do. And yeah, this one I didn't. When I looked at the answer, it's like, oh, yeah, I kind of get it, but not really. So I gave myself an X. But then the other ones I could tell what it was that I should do. Except for this one, which I'll come back to. Sphere with some sort of a cone inside it. But this one I think I got right because I just mapped each interval and then checked what function it was. But I got 0. I don't know. I don't know if that's correct because it's a number 2 problem. It doesn't have the answers in the back. And then this one I got right, even though I gave myself half because I didn't really follow through exactly as I should have in the book. Yeah, so I'm going to try to finish chapter 13 problems next week as best I can and try to finish the book next week. And I'm getting close to the end for this book.